Hello and welcome back to Saber Outdoors. Today we are testing more hatchets. Guys, we're doing another versus video because I like doing this kind of stuff. I like fiddling with sharp, unwieldy things. So guys, today we are testing the Schrade versus the EstWing. Now guys, we have this one also, the Hyper Tough. I've decided to make this kind of our control. This was featured in the last few hatchet videos. By the way, if you've not watched those videos, why? Go back and watch them. So, guys, we're gonna use this as a control, but if you wanna learn more about it, look at those other videos. So, first off, we're gonna talk about the Schrade. We're gonna put the EstWing down for now. So, first thing, Schrade. It's the smaller of the two hatchets, smaller handle, but it has a better sheath. This is a hard sheath. This is something I have dreamt of for a long time. I love a good sheath on a hatchet. I hate a sheath like, oh, ow, 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 friars. Oh, Jesus, ow, ow. Look at that. Scratched all to pieces now. So, I hate a little sheath like that. Yes, does it cover the blade? It does, but this is not going to last. I'm surprised. If I'd probably been using this more regular, it wouldn't have lasted this well. But on the ground it goes. Now, guys, you can see it's got a nice cutting edge. Great feel in the hand. I think this would be a good carving hatchet. The handle's not as robust as I would like, but I can hold on to this, I believe. Now, the handle on this is shorter than the handle on the EstWing, and the handle is not as big or round as the one on the EstWing. And speaking of the EstWing, let's put this back up. So, shove it back in the thing. Boom. Done. And let's get our EstWing up here and look at it. So, nice, larger handle, bigger round. I can get really good purchase on this. Also comes with a good sheath. Most EstWing products that have an edge have a sheath. So I've not seen one yet that had an edge that didn't come with a sheath. And I very much appreciate that. Thank you, EstWing. Now, this sheath is a little bit unwieldy though, so you undo it from the top and then you have to work the sheath down the handle all the way off. Boom. So yes, easy enough to take on and off, but not as easy as the Schrade that I just had in my hand. Now, as far as the edge, the head, beautiful looking, and you can see very handy. Doesn't feel as good to choke up on this as it does the Schrade, but I think this is going to be the better of the two choppers. So speaking of chopping, we've got a small tree behind us. It's dead. It's not going to be a tree. It's dead. So we're going to take a few whacks at this tree and see how each one of these do. So I'm going to start with our control first, and then I'll work up to the other two. So uno momento. Guys, we're going to give her probably 4 whacks. See how it does. And we're just going to use one hand. Not very good. Very little penetration. This first shot did better than any of the rest, but you saw when I shot, it deflected. All of my hate goes to this. It's better than I first give it credit for, but I do not like using this. But it's going to be our control. I've decided it is. Look at the end of this, how the edge is. It's already... It comes like that. I don't like that. But guys, we're gonna move on to the Schrade. All right, guys, so we're just gonna hit a little bit below this. Now, again, this has a smaller handle, but it feels more comfortable to carve and such with. We might do that a little later, but we're gonna take 4 whacks with this. So our cuts are deep, but it didn't chip out very good. Let's take one more whack with it. You can see this is probably not a lot better. I get a little bit of penetration with this, not as much as the other, but you saw it didn't deflect off like the Hyper Tough did. So guys, test 3, we're gonna get the EstWing out and try it. All right guys, so 4 whacks with this. So by far our best chopper. Longer handle, more chopper-ish head. You can see that it puts out really good penetration. So let's just have full-on comparison. That is the Hyper Tough. That is the Schrade. That is the EstWing. I think we have a clear winner on who wins this particular test. EstWing for the win. Guys, we're gonna go elsewhere and do other things. Be right back with you. All right, guys, so we're on to the chopping test. And guys, we have some really nice, hard, seasoned, appears to be oak that we're gonna try and split. Guys, we're gonna go with our control first to see how we do with it. But let me tilt the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Guys, down in the comments, see if you can guess how many whacks it'll take to get through this. So, give you 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. If you guessed 1, you was wrong. But look, it broke that a ways. So that's odd. Guys, we're just gonna whack it down one good time. I'm doing everything with my right hand. Whoa, it almost fell out of the hole. So let me take that off and I'll just start back over. Okay, that is more or less apart. So 2 shots with the Hyper Tough and we got this apart. Ooh, man, this has been laying in the water. Guys, let's keep splitting her down. Of course, now that it's in half, doesn't take near the force to get it apart. Get her on there. You'll notice we have our wood on the opposite side of the chopping block. That is for safety's sake. On the odd chance that I miss, I have all this block between me and my leg or behind me. So let's chop it one more time. Not a problem after you got through the initial chop. So guys, the Hyper Tough has in the past and still does prove to be a reasonably good chopper. But let's move on to our next hatchet. Guys, next up is the Schrade. And again, see in them comments if you can guess how many whacks it'll take. 1 wasn't the right answer. 2, 3. We're gonna roll it over and see if that helps us out here. Nope, just about knocked her off. Oh, she's getting close. She's burying in there real deep now. Let me roll her over. Guys, she's just about split out. Oh, she's almost split so deep I can't get the hatchet back out of it. All right, we're gonna call that split. Maybe. Yes. So guys, the Schrade is not a very good splitting hatchet. So let's see how it does on the halves. Again, it's just not as good. Let's try the other half. Okay, cool. So at least we did one in one shot. But guys, the Schrade was not a very good one. I lost count of how many times I whacked it. Put down in the comments if you kept up with it. let's move to our next hatchet. All right, guys, so new chunk, new hatchet. Got our EstWing hatchet we're gonna try our luck with. Ooh, she almost split it plumb that time. Let's hit her again. That's 2. Split her in 2. Let's turn her sideways and see if she'll keep on. Did it split it in 2 or did it just fall out? It split it in 2. It just needs a little help to get across completely in 2. There she is. Guys, 2 shots for the EstWing. And it comes right on through that stuff. So, guys, we've seen all 3 now. So, let's make some conclusions. All right, guys, so I've got my hatchets just out of frame sticking in the chopping block. So, I think we can pretty well call it a winner. So, guys, out of this versus episode, EstWing ran away with it. Guys, it was the best. It was the best cutter. It was the best chopper. It was a great piece of equipment today. By far the winner. Guys, the surprise was the control. Guys, it's not a very good chopper. You saw, boom, deflected off of that tree that we were chopping. But this is a really good splitter. Because, guys, when we went to split 1, 2, and it was, boom, split apart. Probably the easiest one of these 3 that actually was this one. But I give the edge to the EstWing. But very surprised. You know, for a $10 hatchet from Walmart, this is not the worst option if you're just looking to split wood and you have a saw to pair with this. But guys, let's talk about our big loser for the day. Schrade. Guys, I had high hopes for this thing. Now, if you are looking to do carving work, this might be a great option. Like, let me pick up one of my pieces of wood here. Like, if you're looking to carve and work with this in a bushcrafty kind of way, this is not the worst hatchet. You can get great control with this. But if you're taking this to camp with, if this is going to be your main wood cutting tool, if this is not something you're using to shape wood, this is a very poor option. Out of these 3, this is by far the worst. Now, let me give you I've not showed these together for a purpose. So let me show you the side by side. Look how much shorter that handle is. Look how much smaller that handle is. Now, guys, if you own this, great. It's a steel handled hatchet, so you're probably never going to end up breaking it, but so is the EstWing, and they're reasonably close priced. They're not exact, but they're reasonably close on most websites. If I had money to spend, I would buy the EstWing all day long. But guys, that's the end of our video for today. Thank you so very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that bell notification. Saying it twice because it's so important. It means a lot to me. Subscribe. Guys, we're pushing to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. And with every one of your help, we can do it. But guys, that's all there is to say for this video. Thank you so very much for watching. We will see you somewhere in the woods or on the water.